What's happening, people, and welcome back to another video on this channel. We're going to be talking about more Pokemon. Yes. So what I want to go through today is protection on cards, because a lot of people will buy the cards and they will do what I do, which is basically buy them, chuck them in a box, and then forget about them. And that's worked out for so many people when they're picking out their Charizards and then they realize it's a PSA none as opposed to a PSA 10. So as I've grown up and I've started collecting again, I'm definitely taking way more care of my cards. And to take care of your cards, there's a few things you can do. First of all, you can get a binder. Now, if you chuck it in a binder, I will show you. If you put your cards in a binder, what you're going to find is you're opening that up a lot and you're flicking through, right? So you're flicking through your binder, and then you bend it. Okay, cool. So that could damage the integrity of the card. The other things you're thinking about is depends on how much you go through this binder, is how much possible damage is going to happen to these cards. So in this binder here, I've got literally my hollows and my commons and uncommons and just all the basic cards. Not that they mean any less, but they do have significantly lower chance of ever increasing in value. Whereas you've got things like the Garchomp, which is in what we would call a soft sleeve, and then in just a regular top loader. Now you can get the big cases that they go in, but they usually tend to come from cards that have been PSA rated. So what I'll do is I'll pop a picture of that here. So when you're opening your cards, let's say for example you get a Dragonite. This is just one of those cheap McDonald's ones, right? Now this, in theory, could be chucked in a pile because they're so cheap, or chucked in a binder, but you never know. So what you can do, you can just put it in an extra little soft sleeve and then chuck it in your binder for that extra layer of protection. And also what you've got to remember is if you're taking them in and out of binders so often, that there's a big chance of scratching the card. So if you are going to be putting all your cards in a binder, it might be worth just putting them in a soft sleeve and then in your binder, so that when you're pulling it out, it's just the sleeve and the binder rubbing against each other as opposed to the card. When you got your card, then if you do want to put them in a top loader, chuck it into the sleeve first, because popping it into a top loader has the ability to scratch the card as well, because as you can probably see, it's super thin here, so you're trying to jam it in, and then all you're going to do is just slide it in like this. Boom, that card is now protected. Now they're not super strong, they can still bend, but it does keep the integrity of the card intact. Then what you can do, all of your good cards can be chucked in a top loader and done there. Now what I like to do on these videos is open a pack. Let's see what we get. So let's have some fun. So let's open some cards and see what we get. Let's go. So again, we're protecting the cards. I'm always super delicate when opening a pack. Push the cards down, get some scissors and open it up. I don't really know much about the flipping of these, so I don't know what to take away. A lot of people, like, they'll take away cards from the back and whatnot, but you know, we'll see. Let's go. We've got a Scourvet, a Relor, Team Rocket's Grimer, Houndour, a Metang, a Nidoqueen, Arven Sandwich, a Moratom, a Gorbis, a Blaziken, and a Basic Energy. So nothing too rare there. But let's say even if you look at the Blaziken and you think, okay, cool, kind of fun. So what we would do here is we would instantly, as soon as we get out of the pack, we're going to chuck it in a sleeve. Nice and safe. From this point forward, it can't be damaged, really. It can be bent, but the card really can't be damaged. You get your top loader, pop it in, give it a little push, knock it down, good to go. From that point, you have a nice top loaded card. So guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. A little bit basic, just trying to get new collectors a bit of the experience and a bit of an idea of what to expect. And also, if you are looking at buying cards to collect them, or even to buy them as sort of a financial proposition for the future, or an investment is probably the right word to say, then you are going to want to be looking after your cards, right? So, like I say, if you did enjoy the video, please like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what to do more of, and let me know if you are protecting your cards and how you're protecting them. Thanks for watching. Peace.